Hi guys, welcome here again. So today we are going to be looking at something very important as usual. Whenever we come here, what I get to talk about are things that are very important, especially for aspiring business owners and also established entrepreneurs. So today we're going to be looking at something very important, which is personal branding. So, I mean, as an aspiring entrepreneur, you see that in the industry in which you want to like operate in, there are some people that when you mention a particular industry, their name just comes straight to your head. Why? Because they built their brand to the extent whereby they become an authority in that particular industry. Talk about real estate, talk about banking, talk about e-commerce, talk about oil and gas. Any industry as far as the country or the continent is concerned, or even the world at large, there are some names that when you start talking about that particular industry, top people there, their name comes to mind naturally. And it's as a result of the fact that they've been able to like build a powerful personal brand for themselves. So today I'm going to be talking about how to build a powerful personal brand for yourself as an aspiring or an established entrepreneur. So if you want to go about building a brand for yourself, so the first thing you have to do is to define your niche. Like, what exact niche do you want to like operate in? Take for example now, like you are in banking and you know someone like Tony Elumelu. Almost all this kind of content are around banking, how he stayed fit, how like he deliver, like how he carries his team along, how he's an aspiring team leader and all sorts. So you have to define your niche that okay, what exactly what exact sector do I want to like create like a brand for myself in? Do I want to be known as a fitness coach? Do I want to be known as I aspire to aspire, like we always call it, like a motivational speaker? Do I want to be known as a marriage counselor or something? Or do you want to be like a business owner that when people talk about business strategy, you are like the one that comes to their mind? When people talk about a business leader that talks about vision 2030, vision 2050, or someone that is very futuristic, you are the one that comes to mind. Or do you want to be the CEO whereby when people think of a CEO that like talk about business strategy and also operational management, you are the one that comes to mind. Or so you have to like know exactly what you want to be known for. So you have to define your niche that okay, this is exact niche in which I actually want to operate in, and this is what I want to be known for. So another thing you have to consider is what problem exactly do you solve? So what are you an expert in? So when you know your niche, when you know the problem you are solving as a person, and when you know what you are expert in, it will be very, very easy for you to know how to like kick off this process. Because if you are an expert in marketing, you can be the type that start creating content for other business owners about marketing, how to market their products and all sorts. If you are a type that you are very good at being like at team management, operational management, it's something that as a CEO you can start like creating your brand around operational management in the sense that people see you as a thought leader when it comes to this, and they even tend to like come to you to like learn from you as well. So once you're able to like define your niche and also the problem you are solving, you are to solving, and also what you're an expert in, the next thing is for you to start creating valuable content around this. So you start creating valuable content around this and also share your knowledge and insights on social media. Take for example in Nigeria now, Inyi Abuyeji is known as a venture builder, and he had been able to like create a brand around this in the sense that if someone asks you today that okay, I want to start a tech business and I'm looking for someone who can help me like to get funded for this business, the first thing that comes to your mind naturally in the tech space is Inyaboyedi, because he has done it over and over again, and he has been able to like put himself out there as someone that people can actually like reckon with in that particular industry. So if you are talking about real estate now, that okay, I want to go into real estate and I need someone who is into the luxury real estate brand and all stuff like that. Two names comes to mind naturally. The first person is Sujimoto. The first person is Sujimoto that comes to mind because he has been able to like create this brand as that luxury real estate expert kind of, and he's generally known for this all over as far as Nigeria is concerned. So after knowing what you want to do and your expert and your industry, so the next thing is for you to start creating content about this thing. And when you create this content, the next is for you to start sharing your knowledge and insights on social media. You see, it's not about you knowing something, it's about you sharing your experience on the social media, on all platforms, everywhere you go, so that people can actually know that, okay, yes, this thing actually exists in you and also like that. So you can start a blog for yourself, you can start a newsletter, you can even start creating short video series to speak about your industry, speak about what you know, and also share it out there for people to be able to read, listen to, and also relate to it and get feedback from them and also create content based on the feedback you are getting from them. So the second thing you have to do is you have to network strategically. You see, no matter how they say a tree doesn't make a forest. So no matter how good you are in a particular industry, or so for you to position yourself very well, you have to do or connect with other people who are already in that industry, who are already known in that industry. So you have to ensure you connect with people in your industry, both online and also at events. So when they create content online, you have to like try to see that okay, you also engage with their content, and also when you see them at events, you greet them, take pictures with them, put it on your social media. You know, there's a way brand rub off other brand, something like that. So when people see you that okay, maybe look at someone like Fela Durotoye and someone like Leke Hauda. Imagine the two of them taking a picture together, and imagine two of them taking pictures separately and putting it on their social media platform. Imagine which one. Just ask yourself which one of these content is actually going to get the best results. The truth is just that the one that the two of them takes together is actually going to get the best engagement because people are going to feel like, wow, so Leke how that also relate to it, Fela Durotoye or Steve Harris or Stephen Akintayo or John Obidi, something like that. So when you actually network with people that are in your industry, that people already know in your industry, and you put out this content, people actually like you tend to like leverage on their whole audience as well because it tend to position you as this person who is already there, and also it helps to like increase your brand reach as well. So on the final note, because I'm going to make this very short, I just want you to get the best idea out of this. And so on the final note, so one thing you have to do is just that you have to be authentic. Like don't don't position yourself as who or what you are not. Just be real with yourself. If what you are good at is just like how to empathize with people, position yourself as that. If what you are good at is just at how to communicate with people, position yourself as a very good communicator. Don't position yourself as someone who is this ABC, whereas you are CBD. Why? Because in the process, you can position yourself as what you are not, and you can get this brand, you can get this influence, and also. But by the time people start getting closer to you, by the time they start getting to know you, and they discover that you are opposite of what you actually present yourself to be, it's just going to like you're going to be surprised that what you've spent years to build can actually like crumble before you in a split of seconds. So please just be yourself and position yourself as who you are and be real with yourself, and people are actually going to like relate with you at your own level. So let your voice be unique and let your story just shine through you without trying to present yourself as what you are not. So as an aspiring entrepreneur or an established one, we are now in the digital age whereby hiding is not going to do you much favor. So you have to like be out there, you have to position yourself, you have to create a personal brand kind of for your business because for yourself, because it's even going to help your business. Imagine someone wants to do like a transaction of £1 billion with you. It's the first thing that is going to come to his mind is who is exactly the person, the brain behind this business. Now imagine you are into real estate and someone wants to buy a house of like maybe £1 billion, and the person is not in Nigeria, and you are not the type that is social, you are not the type that is online, and the client get to know your name and went on social media or Google to just put in your name to search for you, and nothing tangible came up related to your name. And take for example that okay, also in the same process, the same person get to contact another real estate company, and they give the person another person's name, like maybe Stephen Akintayo, and the person have to put this on Google and see a lot of videos, a lot of pictures, a lot of content about him. So even if you are in that such person's position, I'm very, very sure that you go for the other person that is very known. Because you'll be like, okay, at least if anything happen in this process, at least this one is someone that has a public profile and I can be able to like hold him accountable for it. But for someone that is not known, like it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. So creating a personal brand for yourself as an aspiring entrepreneur in this current age is not the importance cannot be overemphasized. So it's something you just have to do. It's just something you have to work on. As you're working on your business, you have to work on your own personal brand as well, to ensure that the two can work hands in hand together. So I believe you've learned one or two things from this particular episode. So think of who you are, think of the that niche in which you want to be operate in, think of what you want to be known for, and start creating content around it, start networking, and also ensure that you are authentic and real to yourself. Thank you so much for thank you so much for watching this particular episode, and join me some other time or watch out for the next episode to be dropped. I have something very, very important to discuss in that as well. Thank you. Stay safe.